who came out of the land of Shechem, had smitten Darius, king of the Persians and Medes, that he reigned in his stead the first over Greece.
The what?
The first over Greece.
We just read
that was exact.
Yeah, that's a chop for y'all claiming the Apocrypha ain't part of the Bible. That's saying Alexander, the son of Philip, the Macedonian, was the first king over Greece. Daniel chapter 8, verse 21. And the rough goat is the king of Grecia, and the great horn that is between his eyes is the first king.
Sound like line upon line, line upon line.
Can you please read that verse again, brethren?
And it happened after that Alexander, the son of Philip, the Macedonian, who came out of the land of Shechem, had smitten Darius, king of Persians and Medes, that he reigned in his stead the first over Greece.
Wow.
And made many wars, and won many strongholds, and slew the kings of the earth, and went through to the ends of the earth, and took spoils of many nations, insomuch that the earth was quiet before him. Whereupon he was exalted, and his heart was lifted up, and he gathered a mighty strong host, and ruled over countries and nations and kings, who became tributaries unto him. And after these things he fell sick.
Man, say he came in, didn't touch the ground. When we read in the prophecy that he moved in quick. You feel me? Didn't touch the ground. Meaning he came in, took over quick, and he reigned quick. All right, come on, brother.
And after these things he fell sick.
Right.
And perceived that he should die.
Now, come on.
Wherefore he called his servants, such as were honorable, and had been brought up with him from his youth.
Right.
And parted his kingdom among them, while he was yet alive.
Let's read that again, Daniel 8:22. I'm reading 21 and 22. And the rough goat is the king of Grecia, and the great horn that is between his eyes is the first king. Now that being broken, that horn, which is the first king, whereas four stood up for it, four kingdoms shall stand up out of the nation of the Greeks, but not in his power.
Not in his bloodline.
Right. So he knew that he was going to die, so he called his partners and divided his kingdom amongst them. All right? Go ahead, but read on down to verse 8.
Verse 7. So Alexander reigned 12 years and then died, and his servants bare rule, everyone in his place.
Okay, this right here is the complete works of Flavius Josephus, Antiquity of the Jews, book 12, containing the interval of 170 years from the death of Alexander the Great to the death of Judas Maccabees. Chapter 1, verse
Judas
1.
who?
Judas Maccabees.
Who you got to read?
The Maccabees. First Maccabees, chapter 1.
Okay, I'm just trying to make sure we connected.
Yeah. Now, when Alexander, king of Macedon, had put an end to the dominion of the Persians and had settled the affairs in Judea after the before-mentioned manner, he ended his life. And as his government fell among many, Antigonus obtained Asia, Seleucus, Babylon, Cassander possessed Macedonia, and Ptolemy took Egypt.
There go your four.
There go your four generals. It said the horn was broken into four. Y'all look it up. Four generals. Ptolemy, Egypt. Cassander, Macedonia. Seleucus, Syria. And Antigonus, Asia.
So these made-up people that don't exist had all this stuff going on in historical history?
Oh, this historical record.
Man, somebody lying, man.
Somebody lying.
Somebody lying, G. Alright, so what went on after that, we're gonna get into after they did their thing, then the Romans came into play. Alright. So this is the Roman world right here. I'm gonna read a few out the ancient world. I'm gonna read something out the ancient world, page 47. And we're getting to the Romans, and we almost done. You know what I'm saying? But we trying to show you that the Bible actually lines up with world history, and it ain't no denying it, man. There ain't nothing else called it down the rise and fall of the nations in that order.
So everything from
make sure we get the
hieroglyphs.
Okay.
Everything from hieroglyphs to archaeology to the discovery of the Cyrus stone to the rise and fall of kings.
The cylinder of Sennacherib, the Assyrians, the Babylonians, Shalmaneser.
Everything on the Egyptian wall.
Yeah. So for you to say the Bible's not historical, that's a lack of study. All right, this is page 47, the ancient world. In the 2nd century BC, Rome acquired provinces to the east, Macedon and parts of Greece. When she answered Greek requests for aid against Macedonian kings, she was the deciding factor in the Syrian War, 192 to 189 BC, against Antiochus III of the Seleucid Empire. As a result of this war, Rome increased her power in Asia, but divided the possessions of Antiochus north of the Taurus Mountains and west of the Halys River among her allies, of annexing them herself. Carthage was finally destroyed by the Romans in 146 BC at the end of the Third Punic War, which had begun in 149. In 133 BC, the last king of the Hellenistic kingdom of Pergamon in northwestern Asia Minor left his country to Rome as a bequest. Rome now had undisputed control over much of the Mediterranean. So the fourth beast is Rome. And that's what we about to get into right here. All right, we need Jewish civilization. Matter of fact, read that Edom Rome first, page 94. And then we need page 42 on that about the shekels.
Civilization. During the generations in which the Romans succeeded in dimming the glow of the Jewish center in Palestine, Babylonian Jewry was well off. There were neither conversions nor plunder there, and neither Greece, Byzantine, nor Edom Rome.
Nor who?
Edom Rome.
Showing you that the Romans are Edomites, man. You feel me? Idumeans. The so-called Caucasians, your biblical name is Edomites. The original inhabitants of Rome were dark-skinned. Here you go right here. Page is this on here. Page 44. Page 44 in the ancient world at the bottom. They were called Etruscans. Japheth is not a white man. I don't know where y'all getting that madness from. Japheth. Etruscan. They were called the Etruscans. And here's something off their tombs. This is a part of a banquet scene from the Etruscan tomb painted at Tarquina, Italy. 60 painted tombs survive at Tarquina, most important of the 12 Etrurian cities. These tomb frescoes show the Etruscans hope for the same kind of entertainments in the afterlife that they enjoyed while they were on earth. That's somebody with dark skin, man. See, but you know what I'm saying? Esau, if you get into the promises of Esau never was promised any land, man. So everywhere he go, he conquers. And then renames himself. Because if you get,
what he do.
When you get into the prophecy, you don't want to be known as no Edomite. The Most High ain't got nothing good to say about them. The only thing he tell us is not to abhor an Edomite. That's singular. So if somebody out their nation want to hear about the law of God and our God, we tell them. But them as a nation of people are hated by the Most High. And that's all through the scripture. Them as a nation of people ain't got no type of authority or nothing to look forward to in the kingdom to come, man. The ones that will be around, that will be servants, willing servants of our God, you feel me? The few of them that will be around, they will be servants to you in the kingdom of your God. But they will have to keep the commandments of our God, though, man. There ain't finna be none of that. It ain't like they gonna have be freedom of religion, or if they want, they can set up an altar to Alexander the Greek or Buddha or something like that. No, if you a servant of us in the kingdom of our God, even our servants got to keep the commandments of our God, man.
That's right.
And that's from the beginning. That's out of Torah.
Yeah, Numbers 15 and 15. Just look it up. One law for you and the stranger.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? But them as a nation of people, their culture, their way of life, their mannerisms, their governments, how they run the earth, all that's finito. Y'all check us out. Edom might have never sit on the throne again, ever. So enjoy it while you got it. But for you Edomites, for you Edomites that understand the truth, know that the Israelites are people of color. You feel me? To know that Christ is a man of color, to know Christ coming back to destroy the earth and to restore his people back on top, and you willing to forsake your kingdom, your gods, your culture, your way of life, and live as if you one of us, come on home. We need obedient, willing servants anyway.
Another picture of an Etruscan.
Another picture of an Etruscan. It tells us not to abhor an Edomite, that's singular, or an Egyptian. Now, you know, it's remnants of other nations that will serve our God, but them as a nation of people, they ain't got nothing coming but death, destruction. Death and destruction. And that's just the truth, man.
That's just what it is.
That's just the truth. It ain't for you to get offended or none of that.
It was just the truth that we had to go into captivity for our disobedience.
Yes, sir.
It was just the truth.
Just the truth. And
just the truth that we had to suffer by our own hands because of our disobedience.
Yep.
Don't blame the Most High for it. Blame y'all.
Yep. And then, like, it was a point we read in Deuteronomy 32 the other day. Most High abhorred us, man. That means it was a time when he hated us as a nation. You know what I'm saying? Because we start acting like y'all in other nations. You dig? So it's just what it is. For y'all that hear this word and your spirit gets shook and you want to get down, you hurry up and get down. You know what I'm saying? Get in touch with a brother that's teaching the scripture according to the truth and come on with it. Like the heathen that came and hollered at Yahushua, the Messiah. You feel me? When Yahushua said, look, it's not me for me to take the children's bread and give it to dogs. Her reply was what? Yay, master. So she admitted she was a dog, and then said, even the dogs eat the crumbs that fall from the master's table. She had to humble herself, in other words, man. You feel me? And then the Messiah said, hey, great is your faith. Be it unto you even as you will. And that's the spirit you Edomites and you other nations gonna have to come in. Y'all gonna have to humble on down, man. In your kingdom on this side right now, and hook Jacob up in your kingdom, it may go well for you on the next side. In our kingdom.
And you know what's crazy? They say it in church, but do they really mean it?
But do they really mean it?
I'd rather be a doorkeeper in a house of my God.
Right. Now read this right here, Hebrew. This right here. These are Israelite. Show the picture right here. These are Israelite shekels.
Ooh.
We was fighting against. Now how we got Israelite shekels and coins? Because whenever you fighting a revolution, you got to come up with your own economy and money. If you fight against other nations, your economy and money and how you trade commodities still got to go down. This is page 42 in Picture History of Jewish Civilization. And this is coins of ours in ancient Hebrew.
I thought we didn't exist.
I thought it was all made up. And this is something that we had to coin when we were fighting the Romans.
So it's a white man coin?
Nah, there ain't no white man coin.
King James made that coin? Read that time frame on there, bro. Make sure King James ain't make that coin.
Yeah. King James was born in 15-something. And get that too, because he was a bruh. Let's go ahead and kill that myth as well. Quick. He was a brethren.
We know the Egyptology man was a white man.
Yeah, Egyptology, John Francis Chameleon.
Call it Pinky.
Whatever.
Chipotle.
Yeah, he was a heathen.